Welcome to the shed on a hot Sunday afternoon. It's here in Georgia. It's about approaching 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's like 31, 32 for you metric folks. Just wanted to share a little thing I do with live edge bulls. This is, some of you who follow me on Instagram have seen my posts about the sweet gum I've gotten. I mean, some of this, just look at this character here. You can see the chatoyance in it, even when it's rough turned and covered in glue. Look at that. This is gonna be beautiful when it's finished. Because this is live edge though, and we all struggle with, how much bark to leave and everything else, this blank is, we move out a little bit here. This blank is just a little over 15 inches. It's about 390 millimeters, no, centimeters. I don't know. Whatever it is to convert to 15 inches, 15 and a quarter inches. What I've done so I know how much to, I figured out that I need, roughly 10% for drying, because this is still wet wood. So it's going to shrink and warp and do all the stuff it does. So what I've done to give myself a starting point, and this is what I do on every live edge or natural edge bull I do, I take my thin parting tool and I just cut a groove, just a basic groove. And that gives me a visual starting point as this thing is spinning around as to where I need to start hollowing out the inside. I've also made a couple of marks down here on my tool rest. This is the outer edge, that's the inner edge of my bowl side. So I just do those things as visual references for myself. Now you can see this is more than 10%. This is really actually about 2 inches, 40 millimeters roughly, I think is what I marked out here on my tool rest. And I've gone at an angle, that's why it looks fatter here than it really is. But that gives me a place to start so that when I hollow, and now I can, obviously I will be, the finished edge here will be thinner than what is cut right now. It'll be thinner than what's cut right now, but it makes it, it gives me a visual reference while this thing is spinning around. I can only get it up to about 325 RPM right now, like it is. So anyway, that's a little tip I do. I wanted to give new folks turning live edge bulls, or somebody who hasn't done very many, because I really haven't done very many, but they generally sell better than regular ones. So anyway, I don't expect this bark to hold on. This branch fell off a tree about a month ago. It's in, we're in early July. That's the wrong time of year to try and make live edge bulls. So this will probably just end up being a natural edge, because I imagine this bark will all fall off. I already had, like where I cut out here to put the faceplate on, ended up killing a few bugs that had, worm or bug larvae, whatever they are, the little caterpillar-ish things that are under the bark. I've already killed a few of those when I was cutting out that hole for my faceplate. So I know the bugs have been underneath this already, which doesn't help at all either. So, but anyway, it'll still be a cool looking, natural edge bull. I was able to get the ends pretty equal. This one's further back a little bit than this one, but for what it is, it'll be fine. I'm not going to be like Richard Raffin and just be super futzy about getting both edges equal, because it's a natural thing, okay? So anyway, would love to be able to save some of the bark and the moss here and everything, but like I said, wood was cut up the wrong time of year to promote bark saving. So anyway, thanks for watching. This is just a little tip on how to give yourself make it easier to hollow, to know where to start your edge at on live edge pieces. Thanks for watching.